Hey there, and welcome back to Arlin Plays EarthBound. Last time we were making our way through this horrible, horrible swamp, and this time it's, unfortunately, more of the same. So, let's dive right in and deal with these horrible petunias. They're everywhere. I may actually end up using one of those truffles that this gives up, because there's just not much out here that gives you PP. Which may actually be an interesting balancing factor for giving you these truffles. They give you a place where you actually genuinely will need it, just because there aren't very many things out here that have PP for you to steal. I never really thought about that. And I'm kind of curious because one of the things that I've noticed when going through this is that this is an area that I've never really had too many issues. Pit bull slugs. You know what? It's tempting. It's really... You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Just, yeah. Oh, catharsis. And hungry HP sucker. Set them all on fire. Whoosh. Apparently they're weak to fire. Hungry HP sucker. Nom nom. But anywho, as I was saying. So... this is an area that I never really found pleasant, but I never really hated it either. Which is kind of odd when you consider the other areas that I've had to deal with are probably less annoying, but I mean, I guess it's just the fact that we've dealt with difficult situations and annoying areas at this point in the game. Whereas one of the frustrating things with like Peaceful Rest Valley is just that it comes out of nowhere. You haven't dealt with that sort of thing before, so it kind of catches you off guard a bit. And hello, Manly Fish and its cohort. Alright, you know what? We're going to do the same thing that we did with the other one, and just run with it, because I don't really care right now. Although it looks like I am going to have to use something to restore the PP. That is unfortunate. Of course, to be fair, I also had the tendency in previous run-throughs to just use her to physically attack until it came to bosses. Which may not have been a bad strategy. She actually does decent damage too. I don't know why I'm even insisting on her doing the psychic attacks at this point. Alright, well, in that case, I'm not going to use the truffle until I absolutely need it, but I am going to go ahead and use Psy Caramel so that she gets 20. Alright, so we've explored just about every little nook and cranny of this place aside from actually going through and looking for magic truffles. And here we are at another pile of barf. There's a lot of those in this game. Right, let's see, how are we doing health-wise? Okay, so Ness is doing alright. Paula is doing okay, and Jeff needs something, so before we go in there, let's heal up, because I have a suspicion about this guy. Alright, here we go.
You may have forgotten, but I'm the return of Belch. I've fought you before. P.U. Don't you remember my ripe odor? Belch has trained more and returned much stronger. Belch has also changed his name to Puke. Barf. Vomit, barf, barf, chuck, chuck. Drown to death in puke. Don't you think that's an incredibly masculine taunt to throw at you?
Yes, you're just reeking of masculinity. You're also hot pink. It takes a real man to wear pink with such confidence. So, since we are I'm pretty sure I know how this fight's going to run. Let's hit him with PSI Freeze, as you do. And then we get to use one of our fun new toys. Go, multi-bottle rocket. Unfortunately, we don't have fly honey to hit him with this time. But I don't think we need it this time. See, look at that. 1,569 damage. Suddenly, Pooh swooped down from the sky. Pooh used his new power, his PSI Starstorm. Pooh tried Starstorm Alpha. 390 HP of damage. Believe that Jeff just showed you up there, Pooh. But it's good to have you back. 31,264. The enemy left a present. Inside the present there was a Casey bat. Paula took it. And look at that. And now he can cure people that are dead, possibly. It's not guaranteed, but still. Alright, look at that. Alright, so... the Casey bat is kind of an interesting little thing that I would like to touch on briefly. It's... Alright, let's look at the description. Ness can equip this weapon. You can't help but swing this bat with all your might. There's a good chance that you may just whiff. So for once, they actually flat out tell you that it has low accuracy, but it does hit like a truck. Why? The reason I will be keeping it for a while, though, is because it's actually useful for abusing the auto-win mechanics. Because oddly enough, the auto-win mechanics are based largely on total attack strength amongst your party. And so this Casey bat, even though it has really bad accuracy, has really high attack power. So it'll help me when I'm doing such things as, say, farming for the Sword of Kings in Stonehenge, which we'll have to do soon. So that will come in mighty handy. Once that's done, I'll probably get rid of it because I don't need the low accuracy. But it is helpful for some things. And that is a lot of slugs. You know what? Ness, you're gonna bash. Paula, you're gonna set things on fire. Jeff, you're going to suck some HP, I guess. And Pooh, we're going to have you use your new power on them. 24... Okay, that's actually one of the more PP efficient ones, actually. 24 PP for, 400 or so damage, that's not too bad at all. And, well, it's quite effective, as you can see. Saved Paula some PP, so that's good. Since she's running particularly low. Although, come to think of it, I should have checked to see if pit bull slugs are ones that actually have PP, because they might, and then I would feel rather silly. Of course, we seem to have made it to the other side of the swamp, so there's that. We're shy. We're shy. I sense a pattern here. Nest dug around the trash can. Let's see. There's a death ray inside. That's right, boys and girls. Someone threw out a death ray. Alright, let's see. Jeff. Help. Jeff can equip this weapon. Okay, so it doesn't have any other special things, it looks like. Alright, we have a spectrum beam, and a death ray is better, so let's equip that sucker. Weird junk. So there's a mailbox, there's what appears to be an old school CRT monitor. Alright, look at that. And we can call our dad, but we don't really need to. At least not yet. Alright. We're all shy. Rumor, I heard, a book to fix shyness there is. Where?
Rumor, I heard, a book to fix shyness there is. Where?
Don't know. Just a rumor. I mean, of course they're not Yoda at all. Okay, so even more shy people. Our hotel here. In the whole inn we have. Free. Stay? Okay, you stay. It's a hole. Is that really an inn? Look at these lovely accommodations. We don't even have sleeping bags because, you don't need, supplies when you're going out on an adventure. We're shy. Hot springs, good all over. This will feel nice. Look at that go. Resting well in the hot spring healed you. Da-da-da. Item shop here. Or not, because see, they're shy. Alright, so what else is there? There's only one Tenda who's not shy. It's me, Bubby. You know what? There's something scary that comes from underground, so we covered up the hole. There are lots of dinosaurs there. I went there once, but I came right back, because I was so surprised. There was a talking stone that talks a lot. Do you want to go and see? I understand. But I'm not as strong as I look. I'm sorry, I guess I can't help you. The guy next to me is strong, but he lacks conversation skills. He needs to overcome his shyness first. Well, that's Problematic. Shy that we are. Alright, so this village is lacking a few things, like people that talk. Alright. Well, I guess there's nothing for it than to find somewhere else to go. I don't...
Hello, it's been a while since we talked. This is Apple Kid. We're having beautiful weather here. I'm now at Dr. Endinut's lab in Winters. The doctor doesn't seem to be around right now, but I'm just working on my eraser machine.
Oh? Hey! Oh no! What are you doing to me? Who are you? Click. Ness, I haven't talked with you in ages. This is Orange Kid. We're finally coming near to the end of our research on how to change a boiled egg back into a raw egg. By the way, Apple Kid is missing. He left here saying that he was going to see Dr. Endinut's in Winters, and he never came back. I was hoping to borrow the book Overcoming Shyness from him, but suddenly he disappeared. I haven't read the book, so I'm not very good at talking. Sorry. I'm also working hard on my invention, so I hope you'll understand. Say hello to your friends for me. Click. So I guess we have a direction now. As if we didn't want to go save our geeky friend as it was, although honestly, I probably would anyway. It appears that he has a book that we need to progress the plot. Oh, MacGuffins. Alright, so now that Pooh's here, we can easily teleport to where we need to go. So, let us teleport. Although, and actually, since we're all healed up, we don't even need to worry about that either, so that's good. And actually, hang on, let me first check on Pooh. See what we've got here. Okay, so I don't need to mess with his stuff. Though he has an awful lot of food. But that's okay. Teleport! Okay, so this is the Tenda village. Alright, here we go. So, we need to go to Winters. And so we made it. Kukio Kika. It's me again, that chewing gum monkey's wife. Kako Kukia Kri. My husband left here to go play with Tessie along the shores of Lake Tess. Okay. Jeff, no long time no see. You've gotten taller. Oh, I don't have time to chat right now. Tony's missing. I thought he was with you. He suddenly disappeared. He's usually very responsible and leaves a note at least. Okay, so we've got several people that have disappeared mysteriously. Okay. We've got the wonderful shop over here. Let's see if anybody says anything different. Hello there, how may I help you? Okay, let's see. Yeah, don't think we needed anything from here, but it was worth checking. Sorry, the bubblegum is sold out. Yeah. Is it cold outside? No. It's a blazing summer day. Alright, let's go take a look at the lab then, since it appears that we need to go this way. I'm actually kind of wondering why they don't let us teleport directly to the lab. Although, this is new. Huh. Let's see. To conserve or not to conserve? Alright. Actually, you know what? This would be a good time to use up this rust promoter. And you can do thunder, because that should do something. Why don't you spy on the woolly shambler? And Pooh punch the whirling robo? Oh, well, that's a shame. He's not doing anything. You know, that is kind of interesting. The background now, like, because it has more of a glow to it, it doesn't seem as appropriate to, like, the swamp area we were just in, which had a lot of the more earthy tones to it. That's kind of interesting. Huh. Alright. And apparently I didn't pay any attention when I was spying. That's my fault. Bash things! Okay, vulnerable to freeze. Ooh, okay. I'll have Paula take care of it then. The beams! The beams! Alright, let's see. Take care of you. Take care of you. You know, it occurs to me that that woolly shambler would not be a difficult costume to put together. I may have to remember that. Maybe a little bit simple on design, but I like it. It definitely feels like an alien, or maybe it's an alien robot, I don't know. More enemies to deal with. Ooh, lesser mook. You know, if the other mooks are any indication, I'm gonna go ahead and suggest that that lesser mook has PSI that he can use against us. So I would like to get rid of him. There we go. Yeah, Pooh's defense really needs some work. I don't think I've missed anything of King's stuff. I think he only gets it later. Because I want to say that he gets one. He gets one in on the way to Pink Cloud. He gets one in another sanctuary, and I want to say he gets another one in the Lost Underworld or something. I don't know. His defense sucks right now. Fortunately, this area isn't too hard. Outside there are many monsters I've never seen before. I wonder what's happening. You should stay here whenever it's safe. We don't mind if you stay. So, why don't you rest here for a short while? Have something to drink. Perhaps some tea? Da-da-da! So, I have been thinking about it, and I think I understand why they put you here. And it's not just from a... it's... Like, there's a couple of reasons. One that might be an in-game reason why this might be the case, but from a design standpoint, having this area to go through gives you the opportunity to actually see these aliens and stuff. So it brings up the tension. So it's kind of the, oh, something is very wrong because these shouldn't be here, or these weren't here anyway. In addition, I mean, you could also argue that places that I can teleport back to are places that they're familiar with. And since Jeff, at this point, is the only one who's guaranteed to have been here, and even then he didn't spend much time in Dr. Antonov's lab, that might be a reason why. The problem with that, though, is that there are a number of other places that I can teleport back to that we've only been there briefly. Now, to be fair... No, I think that this is just a game design thing. I don't think there's an in-game reason. Yep, I have some chewing gum. Oh, good. I didn't want to have to, you know, take out the pack of bubble gum. He has chewed the flavor and color out of it. And so now we all ride on Tessie's back, for reasons unknown. You know, the only reason that I can think of why having Tessie is a useful thing to this game at all is just because it adds to the general humoristic feel to the game. Other than that, I don't know of any real reason why you would need this setup at all. I mean, yeah, it's a way to kind of lock off areas and do sort of the, okay, this requires this, requires this, requires this kind of sequence. But that in and of itself doesn't really add anything to this. So, I guess it's just a nice little humorous thing. Well, and, you know, they didn't have to do any animation for her sprite, really. Only the little water things, as opposed to, like, you know, she doesn't move ever. Which is interesting. And this time, the monkey stays with Tessie. Yes. Alright. And more aliens. Because we never have enough aliens. Ow. I'm gonna just nuke them out of orbit here. Since we're going to be heading shortly to a place where we can actually heal up, I'm not too worried about it. So let's use that. Paula. Use fire. Jeff, why don't you use the neutralizer to make sure that they don't have any, anything protecting them? Okay, apparently I didn't need to worry about that, but alright. Nuke, part 2. What? Okay, so we have a new status effect, which is functionally death. Awesome. So Jeff is now diamondized. Note to self, mooks can stare you into, that. Alright, you know what? Let's see if Ness can actually take care of this. Or Pooh, I suppose, could do it too. Okay, it cures diamond eyes. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, so I can do that. Didn't want to have to use up that life noodles. Those are really nice. There we go. Jeff's body returned to normal, and that is kind of interesting that it's a status effect that is functionally death. I mean, they even give you the death thing, except that their HP and other stat stuff is preserved, so that's kind of interesting. I'm curious to know if they can actually be targeted by anything. I mean, logically, if you're applying, you know, it's diamond, so you can't, it's not going to do anything, then that would be that, but, well, at any rate, it looks like we're out of time for this episode, so thank you all for watching. Join me next time when we actually make it back to Andanut's lab and see what the heck's going on. Hope to see you then.